Hi there, it's Ken with GatheringMagic.com here with another match with Playing on a Budget. UG Flash, this is a keepable hand. We have this Simic Guildgate Temple of Mystery, perfect lands for what we need. Encroaching Wastes are kind of bad, but they're still lands nonetheless. So no, we'd not let mulligan this. And we are on the draw here. So this could be Colossal Garul. Gets his Elvish Mystic start. I'm going to Simic Guildgate to give me more information with the Temple of Mystery. And Simic Charm is pretty good here. Dissolve would be great if I can race it against a Garruk. I just need to counter the Garruk. And, okay, so it's just UG. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of an issue here. He gets off a turn 2 Drag Mangler, which I don't know if I can actually deal with. At this point, I think that Shambleshark needs to come out and kill something. Or I need to try to race him. Either one. Depending on what he does here. I think I go for racing him because of the Simic Charm and Boon Satyr are pretty powerful, but he is a couple turns ahead of me. Next turn, I'll Encroaching Wastes for the Dissolve / Boon. Oh, I can't quite Boon Satyr, so maybe it was the Temple of Mystery there and not worry about. So Bow of Nylea, attackers have Death Touch. I could Shambleshark, kill an Elvish Mystic, which might actually be the better play here. That's actually such a good card versus my Chimeras. Ouch. Bow of Nylea is going to really, really put a damper on my Chimera strategy. So, I mean, I Shambleshark in a turn. I can't Boon Satyr. I think I Shambleshark, kill off the Elvish Mystic. I think it's worth it. Take 3, go to 14. We don't have a Boon Satyr next turn, but we will, depending if I draw a Mutavault. Mutavault is better than Temple of Mystery. I can't do anything. I can bounce. I can actually bounce, and that might be the right play to bounce a Dreg Mangler. No, it won't. It's just going to be a Mutavault, and that way we can dissolve, or, yeah, we'll just dissolve something. And again, Boon Satyr, unfortunately, will not be able to be cast for a couple turns due to this coming to play tapped. But if he does decide just to put a counter on the Mangler, I definitely will bounce it. So attackers have Death Touch. He gains 3 life, deals 2 damage to our creature flying. Not a bad little artifact. Not a bad artifact at all. In fact, that might justify actually taking out my Chimeras just for that. So here comes the Mangler. Let's see if he puts a counter. He's thinking about it. Do like a giant growth and a counter. Come on. Okay, down to 11. We're going to dissolve anything here that he puts out. Varls, get out of here, Mr. Varls. Scry anything but a forest. Skylasher's kind of cool, but he just... No, it has protection. I could actually Simic Charm. And no, because Temple of Mystery... I'm going to put this on the bottom. Hopefully draw into a green land. Possibly. Now that's a dead card. Scry away. I mean, I guess I could have in response, but then he could just Bow of Nylea it. Or he could have just put a counter on his guy. Let's go Scry away a Mutavault, definitely. And, geez, that Bow of Nylea is just going to do so much work. Be a very, very grindy. I don't think I can get... Yeah, I really don't think I can do anything here. I'm just going to take another 3 again unless he pumps. He does not pump. I don't see myself Simic Charming anything. I want to keep Simic Charm up for either a pump or giving stuff hexproof. So I'm still okay. He's missing land drops. Rift is going to be good because this gives me a lot of options. So still, I can Boon Satyr Rift, though, is a great news. Yes, I can Boon Satyr Rift. So Boon Satyr of his own. So probably trade Boon Satyrs. And Rift away is his Mangler. Because I can't quite Boon Satyr and pump my dude. If he does just spend his mana here, I probably will just Chimera. Flashing Chimera, kill Boon Satyr. But I have a hard time thinking he'll, unless he does like another Drag Mangler, he's going to Thoughtseize here. So I think the right play then, well, he can still put counters on stuff, is we flash in Boon Satyr. And yeah, I still say Rift away his Mangler. But then he grabs a Simic Charm. He's definitely not going to get a Chimera. If I keep, he's going to get the Cyclonic Rift if I don't allow it this way. But this allows me to keep up a Mutavault. But at this point, Mutavault is kind of weak. So I'm going to Rift away his Mangler. And yeah, he's going to take the Simic Charm. So I definitely need to draw into some runners. Opportunity would actually be very strong here to draw into if I can stabilize. And did he just take a Horizon Chimera? Thank you. Took the dead card out. Hopefully he didn't draw into a black and then just proceeds to beat me down with the Mangler here. Scavenging Ooze is going to be really good. See if he wants to make the trade. He does not. I would have made the trade there. Hey, look at that. There's an opportunity. It's going to give me some options for sure. I mean, he's going to drag Mangler here, though. Hope he doesn't have any sort of removal in his hand. Well, if he Manglers here, he gives me information. I'll just block here. I think I'll just trade. I'll easily trade here rather than keep my Boon Satyr alive. Because I'd like to opportunity here. And draw 4 cards. So another Scavenging Ooze is going to be a bit difficult to deal with. Again, now Cyclonic Rift number 2 is going to be awesome after he starts exiling this stuff. So he's keeping up this for any sort of flash in nonsense. So we're going to opportunity here at the end of turn. Draw some cards. Terrible cards. Terrible cards. Now we do have a Simic Charm. We have a Syncopate to syncopate anything away. And we do have the Simic Charms to throw back oozes after they start. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to put a counter. Nope, gain 3 life. That is very interesting why he decided to go that route. He's in no danger whatsoever with life. I mean, this is going to be a very grindy match. All right, so here comes Skylasher. Unfortunately, I don't have many options here. We're going to block a Scavenging Ooze here. And if he puts counters on it, I got a Simic Charm. And it does have Death Touch is the problem too. So I couldn't have even kept my... So at this point, yeah, I unfortunately don't have the... I should have tapped... I definitely tapped wrong there. I should have tapped an Encroaching Waste. So I need to give this guy +3/+3. Oh, Pro Blue. I forgot about that. Yikes. Okay. Well, that was a misplay. And let's see if he... No, I'm just going to get in there for the 2. So, yeah. Forgot about I couldn't even target my own thing with blue. And in a turn, I can't even do anything either. So I should have activated a Mutavault. Alright, getting mana flooded here. Put that on bottom. Probably end up bouncing a Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, that would have definitely been a better play. I know he's got a Dreg Mangler in his hand. Gaining 3 life again, which is very interesting rather than counters. So see how he does this. You got to think he goes for the kill here. He'll return that guy. And see what he does here. I'm going to go ahead and take 3 damage. That way I can Syncopate and Ooze. Yeah. If he decides to cast another Ooze. Nothing. Okay, so this is going to keep up the Syncopate. In a turn, I will kill this Guildgate. Keep him off some lands. I'm not in any need of lands whatsoever. Have plenty. Chimera is terrible. But in response, I still can gain some life. Briarpack Alpha would be the best card in the world to draw into. Either that or another opportunity. Again, he's going to gain 3 life. See, my deck can just grind him out's the thing. Well, I have no really terribly powerful cards. So maybe I can't grind out oozes. So, yep, that is going to be syncopated. And maybe... Okay, Kevin, let's tap lands right. Am I going to activate a Mutavault? I do not believe so. Well, I could, and to kill the ooze. He's got another ooze in his hand, there's a thing. Do I bounce an ooze? Do I Mutavault Simic Charm? Do I... Can't Chimera here? Yeah, we just bounce an ooze. And I do want to gain a life here and make him use his Bow of Nylea mana. Elvish Mystic. All right, he's going for it. So on my untap phase, I will flash in. This Chimera, which will give me a life. Oh, that is lovely. It's lovely, but I can't quite put a bestow on it to keep it alive. But I mean, this is going to force him to actually use his mana for the Bow of Nylea rather than put something out. And I'll trade a Mutavault here with an Elvish Mystic. I'll do that. And I don't think I Boon Satyr. I think I want to try to Boon Satyr onto the Horizon Chimera. So I hope he doesn't realize the interaction here. That's the best I can hope for. Or at least try to go for it for another Dragmangler. Yeah, I'll just take a damage. I'm definitely cool with that. So he's got the skews in his hand. I know that much. Yeah. One off. And there is the Scavenging Ooze. So I'll flash this dude in. And again, now Opportunity is the best card I can draw into. An Island is not the best card I can draw into. But we'll hold it up. Still no lands. Look at all these. He is still on 4 lands. Abrupt Decay. Yeah. That will definitely work. And he attacks and I have to activate the Mutavault, and then in response he just puts a counter because I can't do it any other way than to block the Scavenging Ooze. So all he's got to do is just exile. But if I draw into an Opportunity, I still could be okay because I can still draw into outs. Cyclonic Rift will actually get me out of this as well. Skylasher will not. Okay, so he just puts a counter on the other one. So, yeah. There's Briarpack Alpha. Too little, too late. Opportunity coming too. I don't think opportunities need to be in this deck. In this matchup, I'm actually thinking like Bident of Thassa might be better. Plummet, he could be using Desecration Demons, but again, we're gonna go for this route, the good old anti-creature route. Essence Scatter. Negates will not come in. I think Syncopates are better in this case, and again, the opportunities can come out. The Horizon Chimeras can stay in. I'm not too worried about just a bow. He can keep his bow in. The dissolves are fine. I'm thinking Syncopates are stronger though, because we brought in the Essence Scatter, so those are kind of a wash. So 3 cards have to come out. Again, it's going to be the Chimeras. I don't want to get just blown out. I'm down to 16 cards though, and we can bring in 1 dissolve or 1 opportunity, but I think a dissolve is fine. I'm going to submit this. Maybe a Bident of Thassa. I'm just not a fan of Bident of Thassa against aggro decks. 16 creatures is a little bit worrisome. Maybe I can just go down. I still don't want that. Maybe I'll bring some more dissolves in, and we'll take out these Encroaching Wastes. 23 lands is fine when I take out the 6-drop, 6/6/3, and 1, 2, 3, 4 drops. So I'm curving out at only a few 4 drops here. Only 4 drops. So 23 lands is definitely viable. And Encroaching Wastes, like I said, doesn't do much against him. Negate does not stop an Abrupt Decay. Most stuff does not. Well, Dissolve is actually good too. Maybe another Dissolve over Syncopate. And yes, I would like to play first. Decent hand. Not going to mulligan this. Essence Scatter. We have the Sensory Deprivation for his Dragmangler. We have the Boon Satyrs, which are really good versus him. And barring any 1-drop, either Experiment 1 or you could go Cackler here. You know, Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize is fine. He's going to take the Essence Scatter, I'm sure. But I have options. Especially if I draw into I could be the aggressive deck here. Takes a Boon Satyr. That is interesting. Triton Tactics is great versus his deck. Now let's see if he actually casts a creature that I care about, which would be Pack Rat. But we'll Skylasher here, and we'll start the beatdown. Didn't draw into land. That is horrible. but it's life. He's down. I mean, this is a beater here, though. It's 2 damage per turn. I've got the Essence Scatter up. If I draw into one more land, then it really does turn into a tempo deck. Again, anything that... I'll counter a Drag Mangler. Anything else, I'll just put a Sensory Deprivation on. He gives me the turn, which is awesome. So let's not miss a land drop here. Syncopate is okay, actually, because now I have more options for counterspelling. If you Abrupt Decays here, I'm definitely okay with that. Down to 14. And no Boon Satyr end of turn flash in, which is awesome. I don't care about a Boon Satyr. It's something I can deal with the Sensory Deprivation. This is going to get syncopated. Cannot be countered. And it is a 3/3. Well, that is a thing. Pro blue cannot be countered. Can't put a Sensory Deprivation on it. See if he attacks in. I'd be very interested if he does. And Boon Satyr on this guy is going to be pretty problematic. He does not attack in. So if I draw into a Simic Charm, I could just... Well, I can't actually use Simic Charm on a Skylasher. Huh. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't have taken the Horizon Chimeras out. I have to draw into a land here. Otherwise, I'm... Okay, perfect. So I'm okay. Again, if he starts throwing some Boon Satyrs on this Mistcutter Hydra, I could be in very dire straits. But the Boon Satyr, the Mistcutter for 3... Well, it's begging for an overloaded Cyclonic Rift, which we eventually will draw into. Hopefully we'll draw into it for late game. Get in there for the last bit of damage. I do believe you still can dispel bestow stuff, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Elvish Mystic could care less about that card. And at this point, we just use a Syncopate when we can. Elvish Mystic actually wouldn't seem like a bad play on this deck either. I'm thinking that it might be the one drop that this deck is missing. It would help you accelerate into Boon Satyrs, which you could become an incredibly aggressive deck. On turn 2, Boon Satyr is nothing to scoff at. And a turn 3 3/2 trample isn't bad either that gains life. So I'm thinking that maybe that's one of the changes I would recommend is an Elvish Mystic. It does make your Guildgates and the temples a little bit weaker, and you'd want to probably go up in the count in forests rather than islands as well. But it's definitely okay. And even I don't think a wall would be the 0/3 hexproof wall would be good in this deck though. All right, so another land. He's getting a bit land flooded. Let's hope to draw into force, which we do. We're not too far away from actually bestowing onto the Skylasher. Still have to worry about Abrupt Decays. There's absolutely nothing I can do against Abrupt Decays. But I might actually Boon Satyr flash in, and that way I've got the Triton Tactics. Abrupt Decay will be a problem. Kind of wishing this was a Mizium Mortars or Mizium Skin. Scavenging Ooze is absolutely positively going to be Essence Scattered. That card gets very scary later on. And this will allow him to stick anything, most likely. Unless it's 4 mana. Come on, pump some more mana into this so I can syncopate it. Drag Mangler. I'll just deprive it. That's fine. I can't syncopate it. Down to 1 card, though. And he's going to be able to attack in with... Just going to go with the Drag Mangler, huh? And that is fine. I will gladly take the damage. But again, we will deprive that. That's a perfect deprive target. And it still leaves up a dissolve. Which is going to be hopefully dissolving something good here. So he probably does start attacking in with the Mistcutter Hydra. The thing is, do I Boon Satyr? I doubt it. I'm still okay on life. We're down to a 14 each. Still one card in hand now. I could go Boon Satyr and go the beat route, which yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going to go end a turn. Boon Satyr. There's a Mutavault. That is actually pretty good. Going to get in here for Boon Satyr. I'll keep my Skylasher back because I can't target it with the Triton Tactics. I'm pretty sure he'll just block the Dragmangler here, which is fine. I mean, it allows him to actually... Whoa, he doesn't block it. That is interesting. He could have an Abrupt Decay on his Sensory Deprivation. Because if he does Dragmangler on... That becomes a 6/6 that is going to be very hard for me to deal with, especially... I mean, eventually, if I get another Boon Satyr, I'll be great, because then I can have two things I can try and tag, so you can only kill one of them. He's down to a 10. He can't do that much longer. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to Triton Tactic this guy, and I can dissolve anything he plays. If he has an Abrupt Decay, that is definitely an answer for it. But it does not appear that he does. If he has a Doomblade, I can dissolve it. If he has a Boon Satyr, he bestows a Boon Satyr. Yeah, I do believe it can be dissolved. And now it looks like the Abrupt Decay is going to hit the Hero's Downfall. Okay. All right. That works because he's out of cards. I've got the Mutavault now that can double block. Still get a Scry. We'll actually put that on top. I take no damage. And that doesn't untap. That's awesome because it is considered blocked. So that's going to give me some leeway here. So Essence Scatter, I still don't believe I'm Mutavault attack in. I don't think that's the way to go, because even taking 1 damage... Well, maybe I do. Yeah, we're going to Mutavault. Because if I draw into like Simic Charms, he could be in the potential range here. And, I mean, he only draw into 1 card, which I can always... counterspell. So down to an 8. Geez, am I begging for chimeras now? Essence Scatter again. We will leave back the Mutavault to block his Mistcutter. See if he's got another Abrupt Decay. Hero's Downfall. Double cards, though. Ultimate Price, which we will end up dissolving. Let's see what that last card in his hand is. Nothing. Okay, so we're going to kill off this Mistcutter. Sweet. All right. So we're definitely both into top deck mode. Whoever can top deck the best We'll get us there. And man, Essence Scatter, Essence Scatter, Essence Scatter. I kind of wish it was a threat. Simic Charm's okay. It's something we can use both offensively and defensively. Again, this is going to be a very grindy game here. We will counter that Scooze. Should be down to 1 Scooze now. Briarpack Alpha is really good. In fact, is that a kill? 5. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he doesn't block a Mutavault, that could be a potential kill. But I mean, he's just got so many cards in hand. Yeah, that's awesome, actually, if he wants to do that. Because I will Syncopate that. One, two, three. I can actually keep up. I just have to tap it for 4. 1, 2. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whoa, it does matter, actually. Let's redo this here. 2, 3, 4. Because I need to just tap it for 3, so I can undo. Right? No, he'll have to pay 3, so this makes him pay 4. Oh, I do have to. Elvish Mystic. Good thing I caught that. So unless he pays 5, which is going to allow him to cast something else. He needs a Varls, but I've still got the Essence Scatter. You can Abrupt Decay a Sensory Deprivation. That only gets in for 3. That is fine. It's going to allow me to get in for 2. Which might be lethal here. Do I have enough mana? 4. I need to draw into a land here. No, I still can't do it. Okay. But this can allow me to... I'm actually going to pay the life here. We want to be able to Essence Scatter anything. 2 cards in hand. I'm thinking 1 is a land. Do I Briarpack Alpha? I do believe I am going to. Can Dread Mangler onto his Elvish Mystic, but yeah, I think this is the right. And I maybe should attack with my Mutavault. This kills the Dread Mangler, but again, he's in bestow range on his Mystic. Yeah, so maybe that wasn't the right play. But he's still 3 turns and I'm 2 turns. And I think that might be the better way to go. And it forced him to spend the mana here. But yeah, this is definitely a grindy matchup. Go down to a 5. And I could be Temple Mystery. Let's see what we scry into. Put that on the bottom. So this allows me to go for the kill next turn. Depending on what he draws into here. He's got 4 cards in hand. Wow. And maybe I shouldn't have attacked there. I'm definitely going to take this. And now I've got Dissolve, Dissolve, Essence, Scatter. Yeah, so now I can just activate Mutavault, attack, attack, win. And have up, hopefully, enough Essence Scatters and whatnot. I'm thinking we're going on to the next game. See if a Boon Satyr, he tries to cast a Boon Satyr. Golgari Charm. Uh-oh. Oh, I can dissolve that. Duh. Okay, so dissolve. Put this on top, sure. And does he have another one? Boon Satyr. Oh, lucky me. Essence Scatter. Anything else? Doomblade? Ultra Price? And, oh, so close. Oh, scary deck, though. Scary, scary deck. All right, so onto the sideboard again. Geez, with these grindy matchups, I'm thinking I kind of want opportunities. And even negates. I don't like these syncopates at all. I mean, they're good when they actually syncopate a relevant target. Chimeras, I do want an answer, another answer. Sensory Deprivation is good. I'm fine with Sensory Deprivation as a 2 of, but this opportunity just seems too good not to put in here. But then again, I don't want to kill the land count. So I'm going to submit like this. Just 2 Horizon Chimeras. If he has his 18 creatures, I think is a lot better than those Syncopates. Well, they were very good in that matchup. I just got flooded there in the end of them. I have to mulligan this, unfortunately. And our opponent also has to mulligan. This is an awesome hand. There's no way I'm going to mulligan this. So hopefully no first turn Elvish Mystic. No, okay, so we're in good shape. We'll be able to keep on target with him. I'm going to actually keep this. We do want to guarantee the lands. And I've got the Sensory Deprivation for... Scooz is actually pretty good. I'll trade it with a Mutavault if he wants to trade. Or maybe I won't. Not sure. So Dreg Mangler. Yeah. That's just going to get Sensory Deprived. And I don't want to mess with that. So do take some damage, but he is low on cards now. Another Briarpack, which is awesome versus him. Boon Satyr can come in and kill a Drag Mangler or a Scavenging Ooze. I think that is the right play. We just want to stabilize and eventually go over the top of him. I think that's the plan. So I'm actually going to kill a Scavenging Ooze here. See if he's got the Hero's Downfall. Or Ultimate Price. Okay, he's got the Hero's Downfall. At least it gets that out of his hand. I take 5 again. And I've got the Briarpack Alpha for this next turn. And he might just get there. This might just be an aggressive enough hand to get him there. Depending on how flooded he is. I mean, Ultimate Price is a really good card. Abrupt Decay will not work against a Briarpack Alpha. Doesn't look like any lands are being tapped. No, okay, so Scavenging Ooze dies. Down to a 7. Polychronos might just end up... Well, I got Briarpack Alpha, number 2. Boon Satyr can come down. I've got a lot of... I can Sensory Deprive the Dreg Mangler, attack with the Briarpack Alpha. I don't want to race him, though, so that's definitely not going to be the right line of play. It'll just be another Briarpack Alpha. I got Triton Tactics. I'm going to Sensory Deprive Dreg Mangler. So I am worried about a Boon Satyr here. Good news is I can Mutavault. Thoughtseize isn't a problem whatsoever. Takes away. I hope he thinks he's going to take away a Simic Charm here. We got the Triton Tactics activate. So no matter what he does, I can still protect my guy against Polychronos. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking Scavenging Ooze has a place in this deck as well, with the amount of creature-based decks and the life gain that we do tend to need. I thought about Master Biomancer as another option, but it isn't Flash. This is another... I think the advantage is actually in our opponent here for the Golgari deck. He has enough removal, instant speed removal, that kind of negates our Flash, and he usually can be... What did he grab there? Simic Charm. Okay. Yep, that's fine. So I have options here between Boon Satyr. He could kill both of them if he attacked Polychronos. But it's going to be Mutavault. And block. And then hope he doesn't have removal. I don't think he does have removal in his hand. He would have used it on a prior turn when he had all that land open. So I'm thinking that... I mean, he could have like a Dreg Mangler in his hand. Abrupt Decay, but Abrupt Decay misses everything. So he cannot attack with Polychronos. Otherwise, I Triton Tactics. If he does attack here, knowing my hand, it'll be an interesting... All right, so it's going to be Mutavault here. Block. If you can kill the Briarpack Alpha, this might just be game here. Monstrosity for 1, which does absolutely nothing because I Triton Tactic here and here. Oh, he keeps his guy alive, but I keep my guys alive too. No, he'll be able to kill a Mutavault. No, he'll be able to kill a Briarpack Alpha. Yeah, so yeah, that was bad on my part. That's going to give him options. Might just been Boon Satyr. Block. But his dude's not going to untap. And he can still only kill one of these guys. Oh, they still deal damage. Never mind. They're going to deal their damage. X damage among each of those creatures deal damage equal to his power. So he can't use it. He can't use it now. So he only deals 1 damage. X damage divided as you choose. And that was terrible move. He should have just... Does he have to do it? Yeah, he has to. So it doesn't save it. Because now that takes 3 damage. And it's dead. Alright, sweet. And it wouldn't untap. We are definitely in the driver's seat now. So another Boon Satyr. That's going to be pretty decent. Which I'll probably end up flashing in the Boon Satyr rather than Briarpack Alpha. Well, no, we'll go with the Briarpack Alpha. I'm thinking he's got an Abrupt Decay in his hand. And who knows if he wants the Drag Mangler in the graveyard or not. He doesn't have the mana for it yet. This is going to protect my dude against any sort of Abrupt Decay. $15-7. He can definitely flash in a Boon Satyr at a turn. That is what he's doing. So I am looking at lethal with an Abrupt Decay. I have a Boon Satyr of my own, though, which he knows about. So maybe I shouldn't have got aggressive there. I'm probably going to activate Mutavault, block the Boon Satyr, tap in response, create a Boon Satyr of my own. Polychronos World Eater. Okay, those are actually really good versus me. Nothing. So I just I think I just make a Boon Satyr here. Simic Guildgate. Kind of wish that was a land that I could actually use. Again, tacking in with a Boon Satyr here can give me a lot of options. And I think I do. I need to get him down to 11. I need to somehow try to race him, especially since he can use this Polychronos in his advantage. I'm going to wait next turn and just pray he doesn't have some sort of... And I got to wait for him to use the Polychronos. Nothing. So do I bounce back his Polychronos? Swing in with everything. That's 7, 11, 9, 10. Again, I think I'm just going to make a Boon Satyr. Or not. I mean, he can activate this Polychronos at any time is the problem. So I think I flash in another... No, I don't. Because in response, he just kills. So we're definitely in a standstill here. Another forest. That does help. Yeah. You got to think the later this game goes on, the better shape he is in, not me. But, I mean, we both want... Oh, we're down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so I really have to play as well. So, going to flash in Shambleshark here. And get another forest. Pass it back to him. And if my commentary dies out right here, I've got to play really, really quickly. So I'm going to Boon Satyr. Didn't decide to bestow it. Not going to do anything here either. And we can actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keep up. So we're going to cast with Bestow on our Briarpack Alpha. And I do believe I start attacking in. Doomblade, at this point I have to use it, and I pretty much die as a result. Because now he can just activate Polychrono Divide, X damage. Well, maybe I should have just allowed it to die. Definitely should have just allowed it to die there. I'm trying to go fast here, though. 2 minutes to respond. The Polychronos, the double Polychronos definitely got him there. As maybe I should have been attacking in earlier. But in response, he has the ability to use this instant speed, which is so terrible for me. Well, he's going to actually block it, and he can actually pump it just by 2. So I wonder what's up with that. So I get a Boon Satyr back. That is the Most awesome thing ever. Have no clue why he did that. Why he would have just made that sort of move. Another Polychronos. Oh, it's a legendary creature. Okay, so he had another one in his hand. Again, triple Polychronos. There's a dissolve. When I don't have an answer. I mean, a Cyclonic Rift Overload would be game 4, 8, 9, 10. Scavenging Ooze. Should have dissolved that. Nothing I can do here. Again, Cyclonic Rift Overload would be the best thing in the world. And we're going to go to time. 2 aggressive decks going to time. Not very good. Unfortunately, this is Magic the Gathering. So hopefully I draw into that Cyclonic Rift. There's an Essence Scatter, not going to do much. So I'm going to bounce this. And I'm going to go for a kill attack with everything if that's possible. And that should be game here. Nothing else I can do with the Golgari Charm. I would have dissipated it, and it wouldn't have done anything. And he's actually going to go war here with the clock. That's the way he wanted to play, so it's going to be fastest connection, fastest F6 wins here. So we'll see what happens. This is, again, he could have tried to kill me earlier, so this is Magic for you. And I'm going to have to discard first, though, is the problem. But it looks like my internet connection beats his internet connection. That's Magic for you. Again, I probably should have lost that match. But when he had the Polychronos out, he definitely should have been making the move, not trying to run me out of time. So it is what it is. Again, I could have dissolved that Golgari Charm. I could have done a few other things in response to his triggers there. But anyway... we win a pack by the Magic the Gathering clock. Anyway, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. We'll do a wrap-up video here shortly. Thanks for watching.